Hi, my name is Idris Kamoga and welcome to our learning session today. Well, it's a new month, it's October, and we feel we should get something that we can dive in probably to help us grow our tourism business skills. Well, we want to thank everyone that has been part of this journey throughout, those that are giving us encouragements or in comment sections, giving us the energy to share with you very good tips. We want to thank you so much, and keep those comments, keep those questions coming. Well, we wanted to come to you and give you something, a scenario that is within the market. So we need to understand the market more. We'll also talk about a few things basically our big thing here is to look at market saturation. Everyone is running to tourism, right, as a business. And if I can help you understand what market saturation is, it's a situation where you have a market being flooded, of course, with new entrants, even with existing businesses. So we have a situation of the market getting too congested. And what happens with as the market gets very congested, of course, those existing and the new entrants in the market will fail to get the attraction, right? So, in other words, the market is going to be very competitive. But here we are, we will need to understand, to help you understand what is causing market saturation in the tourism industry today. In countries, the neighboring countries like Kenya, Tanzania, I think in Rwanda it's not yet, but we have this common in Kenya, we have this common in Tanzania, and it's already here in Uganda. And some have already felt the implication of market saturation. So we feel we're going to talk to you about the causes of market saturation, right? We'll also look at the key indicators of market saturation, right? And we'll also look at strategies to address market saturation. I think if you're already existing in the business, you're a new entrant in the business, gripping yourself on the strategies will probably help you break even under this circumstance, right? So that situation of having so many products, so many services of the same business that you are in, and in our case here we're talking about tourism. We have so many tour operators, briefcase, established, small, medium sized, right? So that makes the market saturated. And we want you to understand, as a business owner, if you cannot understand the level of saturation, tomorrow you're going to get suffocated. And look, you either close, right? So very quickly, you want to understand what causes market saturation, because these are some of the key things that you must ask yourself at one point. Probably you've been here in the industry for the last probably a decade or so, and things have not been this way. You see, things are not working out, and that could be as a result of market saturation. But let's give you some key causes of market saturation. Of course, we have overinvestment, but I don't think in Uganda we've got overinvestment. Very few investors are into the tourism business. But of course, there are young startups. There are quite a number of new entrants. You see, that's not over. I don't want you to confuse that as overinvestment. But we've got new entrants. Many of them are joining the tourism industry. Last time we were talking about someone buys a van, someone buys a Land Cruiser, someone even buys an ordinary car, a saloon, a sedan car, and the next thing you hear or him says, I'm a tour operator. The next thing you see, he's doing car hire business. So that brings market saturation, right? So are you part of the new entrant? How are you joining the tourism industry? Are you aware about market saturation? Can you beat market saturation? Failure to do so, and we'll give you those strategies like we've talked. So lack of innovation for the existing ones. Trust me, even the new ones. Because remember, if you don't have innovation, innovation simply means doing new things. So here you are in the market, you're offering similar products, similar services, right? That causes market saturation. So lack of innovation, and trust me, tourism industry, especially here in Uganda, lacks innovations. Lack of market is as a result of poor innovation. So people do not think to create new strategies, do not have new products, do not have nothing new at all. And should you get into that corner, and market saturation will definitely hit you, right? So poor market research is another cause of market saturation, because probably you're targeting the same market. You're running to the same people. New entrants are targeting the same market. You, the existing one, and you not thinking about how to penetrate new markets. You have no idea on new markets. So poor research on market will cause market saturation, right? So I hope you've understood that, but we want to give you some indicators of market research, of market saturation. Probably you've been in the market, you've been in the tourism business, and you've seen some of these red flags, and probably you're asking yourself, what is it all about? But here to help you understand in the best way possible, right? So that you can be able to treat your business so well, right? So one of the indicators of market saturation, of course, is decline in sales growth. Remember, there are new entrants. The market is all flooded with people doing similar services, offering the same products. Your sales will drop. And for those that can testify, trust me, you've seen this. You have witnessed this. The curve of your sales have gone down completely. You either have a flat progress in terms of sales, they are not growing, probably they are not, but at one point they have declined, right? So that's an indicator. Then two, of course, you've increased marketing spending, but less returns on investment. You travel a lot to do marketing, you spend high on marketing. I have friends that always tell me, I spend so much on Google ads. I've been to trade fair. Recently I visited Magical Kenya, but probably the juice is not getting out, right? Market saturation, right? You spend so much on marketing, but in other words, you don't get returns on investment for that. Of course, there is high employee turnover. You see, when sales get down, of course, the profits will get down for your agency or for other companies, and it will result into employee turnover. So many employees, you look at so many companies, You've lost employees. So many employees have left their jobs as a result of market saturation. And put it to your company. How many employees have left in the last 2, 3, 4 years? Right? So market saturation brings high employee turnover. Within the shortest period of time, you've got 2, 3, 4, 5 quitting their jobs. So those are some of the indicators for market saturation. But very quickly, this is the fresh of our conversation today as tourism business entrepreneurs. And here is where we must grip ourselves to on how to overcome market saturation. Right? It was very good to walk you through the causes and probably the indicators of market saturation, right? But we want to look at strategies in addressing market saturation. And one is to diversify in product range or offerings, right? You either expand or you diversify. I'll give you an example. For some tour companies that have been hit by market saturation so hard, they have done one, they have diversified. You've seen them doing hospitality. They are now building lodges. They are now targeting uh, probably people, tourists to come and sleep in their lodges. That is what they call diversifying, right? So you diversify within the same industry. You're not only a tour operator, but you also provide safari accommodation to guests. And probably you widen the pool of your income, call them creating more streams of income in the tourism industry. So when you do that, probably it's one way you can overcome market saturation. And secondly, of course, you target new markets, right? If you want to grow, if you want to stand out from market saturation, you must focus on new markets. There are so many new markets. You may choose to go different shows from what you had for the last 5 years. You don't have to get on a calendar. You can probably make choices of new trade shows that you're looking at. You may probably choose to target B2B business from B2C business. That may work for you as an operator, as someone who is in tourism business, right? So that would probably help you be able to break even. Otherwise, you will suffocate, and the next thing you will be closing down, right? So our third point here is differentiating your brand. Develop a distinctive identity. Remember, everyone is coming in this business with the same offering, but how do you stand away from the normal? And we've always talked about things like offering the, off the beaten experiences, right? Taking clients to less crowded destinations. And we all know all that. So look at that. How do you differentiate your brand? Giving it a unique identity. And thus will help you probably be out of the market saturation system. And it's very key, right? Then our last point here is to promote off-season offering. I think you've seen market saturation causes poor sales, declined sales, all that stuff. So if you want to be part of a few that are actually looking at maintaining or increasing their sales under circumstances of market saturation, try to look at promoting those offerings within low seasons, right? So you can and this calls for creativity and innovations. So if you can be able to understand that, there's so much to offer, including sustainable practices, journeys, something like that, because that's the trend of the day. Look at carbon-free experiences, because the trend is moving towards that, right? So if you can be able to understand what market saturation is causing to your business. And if you can be able to address it so well, in this case, you will champion tourism business. So I hope you've understood our topic today. It was all about market saturation, the causes, the indicators, and how we can all address the challenges that come with market saturation. Remember, our bigger focus here is long-term success in doing tourism business. So I want to thank you so much for giving us your good time, being part of us. And for those that have not yet subscribed, please subscribe to our channel. These and more learning tutorials will be your way. Don't forget to follow us on our social media handles. Of course, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, and also LinkedIn. Right? So on our next video, I can't wait to see you, and bye-bye.